The White House draws to a close. We're still awaiting a possible list of pardons and commutations.
That's right. And WGN's Sean Lewis is live with more on what we may see before tomorrow's inauguration. Sean?
Yeah, Ray, Michael, we've been looking for that list for the better part of all of today. We're expected on that list are celebrities, politicians, and low-level drug offenders.
The best is yet to come.
At the White House, with 19 hours left in his term, a recorded farewell speech by President Trump as the issue of final pardons remained.
There is, under the Constitution, nothing saying what format the pardon must be.
Kent School of Law professor Harold Krent explains with a non-traditional president to expect non-traditional names on the list. Among those being considered, former New York State Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver, rapper Lil Wayne, and Tiger King star Joe Exotic, whose legal team says it is standing by with makeup, wardrobe, and a limo for his release.
So far, President Trump has extended pardons really much less than any other president in the last 100 years. So it's not untoward that he would be trying to catch up.
Upwards of 100 people, most nonviolent offenders.
There are individuals close to the president who have his ear, who suggested that at the same time we're doing Joe Exotic, or you're doing, since you've done Paul Manafort and Roger Stone before, part of your legacy should be to let people out who have been sentenced to very long prison stays and have not committed a violent offenders, a very traditional exercise of the pardon power.
The biggest question remains of those in his inner circle, including his family, even himself, who among them may also receive a pardon. It's a question that may not fully be answered immediately, as pardons don't have to be publicly announced.
But it's theoretically possible that there will be a kind of quasi-secret get-out-of-jail card pardon that President Trump or someone else will only be able to use if needed. What is required, however, is a record of it and a presidential seal, because subsequent presidents have to know that it was actually issued when a president was in office and have a record of it.
We are also getting questions on whether or not anyone involved in the Capitol insurgency on January 6th may also be included in these pardons. That question is still up in the air. Many experts say that if President Trump were to grant pardons to anyone involved in that rioting on January 6th, that it may backfire with him for GOP Republicans in the Senate, who are still having to vote on the impeachment trial still to come in the next few weeks. Live on the North Side, Sean Lewis, WGN News.
All right.